to another lesson video inside of this YouTube channel. In this one, I'm going to be covering through exactly how you can create an incredible LinkedIn profile, which is going to start attracting people towards you. Now, inside of this video, I'm going to be doing some screen shares. I'm going to be taking you through practically how I've designed my profile, also how we've done it for clients, and introducing you to some social selling techniques and tactics, which are going to enable you to start generating results from this platform. So for those of you that don't know who I am, or this is the first time that you visited this channel, my name is Chris Taylor. I run a company called, or I co-founded a company called the Pipeline 44 Group. We are everything social selling and predominantly focused on LinkedIn training. So I'm going to be breaking down in this video exactly what we do day to day to generate results. And I'm not really going to beat around the bush in this. I'm going to get practical. I'm going to really start going into depth on what it is that you can do to start making a change on your LinkedIn account, whether you're a complete beginner or you're somebody that's actually more advanced. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go straight into the first concept, which is called the Social Selling Index. Now, some of you may not know this actually exists right now. I'm going to leave the link in the description for you so you can find and start to actually understand what your social selling index score is. But I'm going to break down a little bit in terms of how we use it, why we use it, and what it actually means as a concept and why it's so useful to us when it comes to using LinkedIn as a tool for lead generation and brand building. So I'm going to share my screen. I'll be right back in 2 seconds. Okay, so you should see right at this current stage something called your social selling index. Now, to be able to get this loaded up, you all have one, no matter what position you're currently in on LinkedIn, whether you're just starting or you're actually getting more and more experience on this platform right now. But you'll see the URL, I'll actually put it on the video here for you, and also it'll be in the description so you can get yours. But all you need to do is go to linkedin.com/sales/SSI. And what that will then do is that will then look at your LinkedIn profile, extract all the data, and then show you your current position. Now, when it comes to measuring progress on social, sometimes it can be quite difficult to work out whether what you're doing is actually any good, whether it's going to give you any results, and actually give you something to understand how you're moving forwards and if you're making progress. Because again, I know firsthand, when I first started doing this, it can be really, really frustrating. But now you've got this social selling index, you can actually start to see how you're doing on the platform and where you can start to make improvements. So the bits that I'm really focused on here, yes, you've got the top 1% in your industry, gives you a bit of an idea of where you're at with your job title, your experience compared to other people that have got similar job titles and experiences inside of your industry. So you want to be in the top 1% if you can be. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it just shows that the account's performing quite well. And again, top 2% in the network, again, looking to push that to 1% where we can. And there's different ways, and I'll put, again, a link in the description where it breaks this down in a bit more detail for you. Now, the bit that I'm really interested in is the current social selling index. And again, look, there are a number of different elements that make up your score. It's out of 100. And from our experience of doing this, the kind of target for you to be able to get the maximum amount of reach and exposure out of your account is the 70 to 75 mark. If you can get to there, you start to get additional reach and additional, I guess, exposure onto your profile, which again is everything that we want when using a tool like LinkedIn. Now, you've got 4 components to your score, and you can start to see exactly where you need to improve. So here, I've got 18.75, establishing my professional brand. Now, the question marks actually showcase what each one of these is. Professional brand is your profile. So there's elements to my profile, which even I've got to improve on. Now, I'm going to cover in this video the elements where you can make immediate improvements. But right at this current stage, I've got work to do on my profile here. Every score is out of 25. So I've got 0.25, 6.25 of a score to increase there. And that's something that I can work on. Below that, we then have finding the right people, which is all about using the right search tools. So if you don't have Sales Navigator, which is the premium version of LinkedIn, you'll struggle to get a score above 18 on this. This is about building lists inside SalesNav. It's about using Boolean search, and it's about using the tools to be able to find the right people that fit your ideal demographic to then actually come through. So again, there's a number of different things that make up this score, but the way in which you use efficient search is what's going to help you push that forward. So again, there's different videos that I'll do on this, which will break this down further and how you can push this up. But understanding terms like Boolean search and also how SalesNav works is going to enable you to push that score higher. Now you can see this is my lowest one here, and this is one that I definitely got to work in, is engaging with insight, 17.16. So this is about creating conversational worthy content and then engaging on the timeline as well. So I know firsthand over the last couple of weeks, I've not been engaging as much as I should. I've been caught up with different things, so I need to get into conversations with people, especially my ideal target market, which again is a strategy I'll cover in another video for you. But I also need to be creating content which isn't just solely educational. So a lot of my content currently is education focused. I'm looking to teach, I'm looking to give value, I'm looking to help people. Whereas actually what LinkedIn's looking for is for conversation to happen on their platform. So if I want to improve that score immediately, what I can start to do is maybe create some polls, maybe create some strong opinions and controversial type posts, maybe industry insight type posts, which then encourage other people to have conversations with me. That's going to start to boost that score, because the more engagement that I do and the more engagement that comes back, the higher that score is going to go. And then the final section is building relationships. So again, this is about strengthening your network by finding and establishing trust with decision makers. So again, this comes down to who is in your network and how are they engaging with you. So for us, we're adding between 30 to 40 connections every single day. They tend to be within the CEO, marketing director, C-suite type environments or job descriptions, because that's who we're looking to target. And then we're actually prospecting and having really meaningful conversations in direct messages, which then boosts that score up. Again, this stuff is really simple to understand in concept. To then go and apply it is a different story altogether. So I wanted to introduce you to the Social Selling Index. Again, not everybody knows that it's actually around, and I'll be interested, did you know the Social Selling Index existed? And if so, put your score inside the comments so we can start to track your performance. This channel is here to help you improve, to help you gain progress. And the videos that I'm going to create are going to help you improve day by day. There's a video every single week on this channel, so make sure that you do subscribe. And what I want to know is how you're improving week on week, because this score should be going up consistently for you. Now, that's the introduction bit to this video done. What I'm now going to do is start to take you through not the every element to your profile, because I'm not here to do that. I'm here to get you to focus in on the parts that I believe make the biggest difference. So here you've got, again, my profile here. Again, the numbers are growing and growing and growing. You can see my follower number isn't huge. However, what I have done over the last 6, 7, 8 months is start to really focus in on this. And again, this channel isn't here for me to position myself as a real expert in this. I'm on a journey and I'm learning, and I'm going to be documenting exactly what it is that I'm doing to be able to get to this. Now, my follower number has grown by around about 4,500 in the last 6 months. So it's amazing what you can do when you put some time and attention into it. And I've still got a long way to go to get to the best of my ability in this, but I'll be taking you along with me. Now, with your LinkedIn profile, there's certain elements that I believe are really, really important. Now, the first part is this background photo. Now, when you first start your LinkedIn account, this will just be blue. It will have the classic blue LinkedIn background. And this is actually real estate for you to be able to promote yourself. I actually did a post on this, which has actually triggered this whole video in the first place, which is come off the back of a conversation that I had with a couple of people. And I actually asked people whether they actually checked someone's profile after connecting. Again, it's not gone completely viral, but 823 votes, 86% of people are saying, yes, they are checking your profile. So it is important. If you've not got the right information in there, you'll either be giving off the wrong impression or you'll be missing out on opportunity. So this stuff is fundamental to get right if you want to start getting LinkedIn to work for you in the right way. So again, you can go and check that post out. I'm recording this today. The video is going live on YouTube today. So you can go and have a look to see how that is done. So again, coming back to my profile, this banner image, this background photo, you can create one on Canva really, really easily, but get your logo on there and actually put some text on here, which showcases, one, why somebody should connect or follow with you, and two, what is it they're going to get? So with Pipeline 44, we're all about connecting through content. So we do content, building brand, and driving inbound leads. So this is about creating a social selling methodology and implementing it into your business so you can start to generate the results that you're looking for from this platform. As we then move down, obviously the profile photo, if you can avoid your dating profile photos, it's probably a good way to go. For me, all I look to do is a simple headshot, get the eyes, get the smile in, and you're good to go. And then moving down here, this is what's called your headline. So to edit your headline, again, you click into the arrow button here, and you can see you've got the first name, last name, and as you come down, you then have your headline. And again, you have a limit on how many words that you can use on here. So again, use at your own will. What I look to do, and the way that I've done it, again, bearing in mind, remember that your headline appears, let's find a post from Nick, and you'll see your headline appears with every comment that you leave, with every post that you produce. Your headline is here. So you want it to stand out. Again, for me, I want to position myself as an authority. I want people to know what it is that I do. So I'm an international speaker. I'm all about personal branding, and I'm a social selling specialist. If people are interested in those subjects, they click through to my profile, and here is all my content around those specialist subjects. Make it really, really clear, make it really, really simple, and get it completely well-rounded so you can start to move forward. So international speaker, personal branding and social selling specialist, helping inspirational leaders build personal brands. We make social simple, co-founder of the UK's fastest growing social selling agency. It's really simple. It's really clear. When you come to my profile, it tells you what it is that I do. And therefore, if you're interested, you're most likely going to click, connect, or follow. This is absolutely crucial. It's probably the most important part for me in terms of your LinkedIn profile, because if we think of a social selling strategy, your content is used to attract people. Your prospecting and active connecting with people is there to drive people to your profile. I don't need to sell. I don't need to start putting out huge amounts of transactional content. I don't need to start spamming people in messages, because my profile tells people exactly what it is that I do. So what I do with my content is almost fishing rod out, cast it out, and reel people into the profile. And then if they're the right fit, if they're the right person, they'll naturally then reach out and start a conversation with me. It's fundamental. It's so simple. But again, it takes a little bit of effort to get this working properly. So your headline is really, really key. A lot of people ask what this is about. So it talks about hashtag business, marketing, social media, storytelling, and content marketing. This is what you get when you choose creator mode. Now, I'll do another video on creator mode versus non-creator mode. I'm testing it at the moment still. I have been for about 2 months. And again, what I've seen is an increase in the amount of followers that I've got. Actually seen a reduction in the amount of inbound connection requests that I've got. Some people want more than the other, but I've stuck with creator purely because you get the newsletter functionality as part of the overall, I guess, criteria of having a creator account. So test it, use it. If you're using newsletters, it's really, really powerful. Again, there'll be another video on newsletters coming up. But ultimately, get your headline right. And when you choose creator, choose the hashtags that are relatable to you. Next, we have the featured section. This is a bit I think a lot of people miss out on. Now, to get something in this featured section, you can click edit in that little pen here, and you can start to work through and edit everything that's in there. But the simple way that I do it is click into the post that you want to add to your featured section, click on the 3 dots, and you can see here, feature on top of profile. If you click that, it then goes through and adds it to your profile. Now, what I look to do here is really put in my high value giving content. So I've got a document that I give away for free, which is 100 content ideas to generate sales. Again, I'll link that in the description for you. So you can actually get access to that. It's free. It will give you all the content ideas that you ever need. And again, I've created another document, which is around content principles that's in here. I run free trainings every single month with my business partner, Sam. I've got podcast interviews. I've got articles that I've written. This is all about building credibility. And I think a lot of people miss out on it. It's so key. It's so crucial. And it gives you the option to be able to then build a deeper relationship with somebody. remember, content strategy is attract people to you, connect with them, and then create a transactional opportunity. So attraction is like the polls that I do, the controversial content that I create. Then my in-depth, high content giving content, if that makes sense whatsoever. The content that's there to deliver huge value sits in my featured section. It's not there to get millions of views. It's there to really showcase how much we know about this specific subject. Then as we move down, again, people have different opinions on these sections, and whether you actually read them or not, it's completely up to you. However, we do have a template that we use for our about sections. All this is about is telling people how they can work with us. So again, a little bit about me, a little bit about the service, a little bit about the business, a little bit about the academies, how you can get in contact, what we specialize in, and a little bit about outside of work. You'll be so surprised the amount of conversations that are started just from this element here. Put something in that you actually tells people about the interest that you've got. Once you find common ground with somebody, conversations start. I mean, again, social selling is about applying real life human emotion to this work, right? Most people are robotic. They do stuff they would never do in real life. Social selling for me is about how I would go to a networking event or a conference or a bloody dinner party. How would I react? How would I communicate with people? And I do it in a really human way. Again, find ways to be able to relate to somebody else, and your results will triple or tenfold. You then have your experience section. Again, I don't apply too much to this. Again, you can see what we've done. Come and check my profile out. I'm just showing exactly what our business is here to do. I like to keep it up to date with all of my roles. But there's the bit here that I really want you to focus on. All of that stuff that I've spoken about is really important. Make sure you go away and you get it sorted. Make sure you apply and put some effort into getting it right. But the results that I've generated from LinkedIn, that over the last 18 months, really, that I've been using this, it's been the last 9 months in depth every single day, but I've been using it for all the different businesses that I've run in the past, is this recommendation section. Now, I have neglected this, but now I'm all in on it. Because LinkedIn, social media in general, your results will come from the amount of social proof that you can generate. So if you're providing results to people, if you're delivering results as a business owner or as an employee or as a member of staff, whatever, if you're delivering value, try and ask for some feedback and then share that feedback. Other people saying how good you are is what then triggers other people to go, do you know what? They're probably worth actually having a conversation with. The more recommendations you can get saying how good you are, the more content you then got to share about how good you are. This is really, really simple logic. However, if you look at the best social sellers online, if you look what we do, we generate inbound leads every single day on this platform. The inbound leads come from the fact that we are consistently showcasing people the feedback that we get, the results that we generate with what we do. I used to do this in my previous sales roles. I've done it as a business owner. I've done it as a CEO, and I've also done it as a chief content officer. All of them, no matter the position, if I can showcase my results, results will come back. So never neglect this. If it's not turned on, go to your profile settings at the top here. Again, you've got the whole profile settings that you can go in with what's visible and what isn't. Again, everything is here for you to be able to click through, but start requesting recommendations with people. Start with colleagues, start with managers, start with customers, start with anybody that you've actually done some work with, and then leverage that as social proof so you can then start to build your authority with what it is that you're doing. That, for me, is the key elements to your profile. There are actually 16 elements to your LinkedIn profile, and we have in-depth trainings on all of these. However, this is the stuff that I believe you should immediately focus on if you want to start getting better results. Now, to recap, use the social selling index to monitor your progress. Use your background photo as real estate, showcase what it is that you do so you don't need to actually go out there and sell yourself. The business will come to you. Use a profile photo that isn't a dating photo if possible, although I probably could use that on my Tinder account if I ever needed it. Use your headline to be able to actually capture and showcase people why they should connect and follow with you. Your featured section for all your high value giving content to position yourself as an authority. Your about section, keep it clear, keep it simple, tell people what it is that you do and how they can work with you. Your experience section, keep it up to date. And then the most important part, start collecting and building your recommendation section so you can use for social proof. Again, that was a whistle-stop tour on how you can actually get your LinkedIn profile in a way that's actually going to generate you results. I've got loads and loads of more content coming for you all around LinkedIn, social selling, and other social media platforms. If this has been helpful, then please click the like button, drop a comment below. It really, really helps the algorithm push this content further. We're a very new channel. If this content is helpful, then please, again, just let me know. If there's anything you want me to cover, I will. Again, just leave all the feedback in the comment section or drop me a message over on Instagram. Again, all the links will be there. I hope this has been helpful. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.